Want to start this meeting out right by saying that this is not a place for pros or cons on the Berkshire Mountain Club's project, but rather a fact-finding, gathering of information as to what we could possibly do to change the outcome of the recent ZBA vote 2-2 tie. We feel, members of Friends of Catamount, that such a project for such a large scope deserves a full panel vote, and certainly not a tied vote where we're just dead in the water.
Basically what you have is that an application came before the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Planning Board. The Rock Solid Development, which is actually the Berkshire Mountain Club, came in to ask for what they call a special use variance. Special use variance is a variance that is it's not part of the regular zoning where you could just do it, but you could ask for relief from zoning under a special use variance. And what's permitted under the special use variance in that district is a resort hotel type of project. What happened, and this has been going on for 9 to 10 months, and when the developer in the September meeting asked to make a final decision, if you can't hear me in the back, then you should come up front. Okay? I can't anyway. When they asked to have the public hearing closed and asked the board to act on this, so they knew which way we were going, the board voted to close the public hearing. When they close the public hearing, they have 62 days to render a decision by law. Okay? They decided to vote that night. The vote was 2 for, 2 against. Variable being that nothing was passed. It is basically a non-decision. It's not a yes and it's not a no according to the law as we understand it at this point. So what happens is they have 62 days from the time the board meeting they made the decision, and that is sometime to the November meeting. They are stuck on a 4-member board. We have had 4 applications come in, and they have a meeting Thursday, and hopefully at that meeting they will interview and make a recommendation to the town board to appoint a 5th member. If the Zoning Board of Appeals interviews for a member, make a recommendation to the town board, the town board will appoint who they feel is the best applicant, and that would be a November meeting. As long as that 5th member is capable of getting themselves up to speed on the project, that means they will have to go over 9 months of data and minutes and stuff to get them familiar with the project. They will be advised by me to speak with our attorney, to speak with our town engineer, so they are well versed on the decision. It is then up to the Zoning Board of Appeals to decide if they want to, basically a board member to bring a motion up to revote this again. It's a non-decision. If they don't do anything within 62 days, then the applicant has the right to file an Article 78 because they didn't make it. They never made a determination. And basically, that's about it. I mean, unless I didn't explain something or you have other questions, you know, I can only answer what, you know, I know of. I have to be very cautious what I say. I don't want to mislead anybody, and I'm only here because Jackie asked me to come. I didn't spoke with Jackie. No, I shouldn't say that. I didn't mean that, but she was asking for information. I didn't want her to get secondhand information. I thought it would be easier for me just to field any questions, so, you know, it was kind of thing.